Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I think we'll make a start. Quiet at the back. Come on, let's get going. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, parents, grandparents, siblings, board members, QMS, faculty and staff, and of course, our grad class of 2024. It's my pleasure to welcome you to your grad ceremony, an event that you may feel has crept up on you a little faster than you anticipated. And with every passing year from now, you can expect that feeling of fleeting time to be present ever more frequently. This is the largest grad class in the history of QMS. Yet it has been such a joy reading your reflections, noting how connected you still are despite the headcount. Our challenge is to ensure this ceremony maintains the personal touch that we expect at QMS, savoring the moments while ensuring it does not run on into the early hours of the evening. So without further ado, I'm going to pass over to the head of school to introduce a new feature of this event, the Métis Sashing Ceremony.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to invite Bridget Furlanger up with me. Bridget and I go back a long way very recently, and she offered that she could do this for us. We found out we have 2 members of our grad class who qualify, so we approached them, and they were very enthusiastic about it. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Bridget to conduct this sashing ceremony. Thank you.
Taunte Kioao, Bridget de Shinikashan, Kishkete Moyan, Elimichi Fuyan. So hello everyone, my name is Bridget, and I am so proud to be Métis, but more than anything, I'm proud to be here, witnessing your graduation today. Absolutely wonderful to see so many graduates here today. As David said, we go back quite a ways. My son graduated under David in 2017. But what he might not realize is both of my children attended Queen Margaret's for a period of time. So I am also a bit of an alumni here. And so this is wonderful to be back here. A little bit more about myself. I am a board member for the Cowichan Valley Métis Nation. We're located just south of Duncan. All of the graduating students in BC who are Métis are awarded a sash. You are not being singled out. You are within a huge number of Métis students that are actually receiving this award and the sashing. And the sash is given to students who are graduating for their achievement and high school graduation. So I'm going to let David announce the students that are being sashed today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bridget. Okay. Thank you, Bridget. I'm going to invite Noah Bird and Ethan Picard forward, please.
Thank you very much, Bridget. Every time I've had the fortune of hearing this grad play, I've smiled to myself with wonder and appreciation for the dedication, time, and love it takes to polish a skill set to such a level. As a tribute to all the achievements of this grad class, as well as the personal quests for excellence, I'd like to thank Kieran Denny for agreeing to play for us today. Thank you, Kieran. That was exquisite, as always. And a particular thank you for taking on that task of finding that performance mindset in a moment when you also want to enjoy being part of the grad class and in with the group. So thank you. I think it's also fitting just to take this opportunity now as well to say a few words of thanks to Alison Hounsome for her leadership in our music program, her contributions over the years. She's got a real sort of penchant for accuracy and ensuring that everyone understands the level that's expected, and I just have a great appreciation for that. So for today and Speech Day and for the year, Alison, thank you. I'm now going to invite Mr. Robertson, Head of School, to present the diplomas to the grad class of 2024. So the diplomas are all on the table here, and grads, if you can make sure when your name is called that the tassels are on the right-hand side of your cap so that they can be swished over to the left as you receive your handshake and diploma from Mr. Robertson. Once you come up, you'll also receive a photograph before finding your way back to your seats. This grad has ridden high in the Team QMS equestrian program, has enjoyed debate club, and has made some noise in the rock band. He's found memories from grade 10 of science, fond memories from grade 10 of science and yearbook club. A keen reader and writer, he's written plenty this year, including pieces that have won a couple of scholarships. His future may hold a role in diplomacy, and when he wants to settle down, he could even become a high school teacher. Next year, he will be studying in the humanities program at the University of Victoria. Please join me in congratulating Charles Balcom. Okay, well, I'll read the last line again.
So all morning, I've been reminding myself to do the very un-British thing of switching the tassel over, and I forgot at the first available opportunity.
This grad has been a QMS wrestler, rugby player, and track and field thrower. His most memorable moment was when his chemistry teacher, in the spirit of proving a theory, scoffed a raw egg in front of the class, shell and all. His proudest accomplishment has been redesigning a GMC motor for his capstone project. He appreciates how close this grad class is. Next year, he will be studying in the Faculty of Science and Anthropology and Geology, with the goal of transitioning into the Vet Med program. Please join me in congratulating Colton Barnett. This grad has made a significant impact in Geoghegan House, taking on the role of celebrations captain. After school, she has made excellent use of the school sports hall, competing on the school tennis team. She has fond memories of arriving at QMS mid-year in grade 11, and while she's had to overcome homesickness, she's made many friends through the process. For her, this grad class feels like a big family where everyone supports each other. Next year, she will be studying engineering at UBC. Please join me in congratulating Grace Bay. This grad has been tearing down the sides of BC mountains on her full suspension, and even placed fourth in the BC School Sports Provincials Enduro race. Of all the twists and turns at QMS, she's delighted to have survived her calculus class. And her adjective to describe this graduation group is swaggy. Her dream is to own a jacked-up truck and a wake boat. Next year, she'll be studying mechanical engineering at the University of Calgary. Please join me in congratulating Jasmine Bessens. Summarizing this grad's reflection was almost as challenging as solving a Rubik's Cube. Sifting through the feedback, there were countless achievements, such as sitting on the Prefect Council, being a student ambassador and a Mike's House captain. He also engaged in a licorice all sorts of sports and even played in the school band. At Outdoor Ed last year, he was part of the infamous group that pitched their tent below the high tide mark and were awoken by a wet and salty alarm clock. Grateful for the level of academic challenge at QMS and the social opportunities, he's appreciative of the amazing staff at the school and hopes his strong friendships remain in place for many years. Next year, he will study business at UBC's prestigious SORTA program. Please join me in congratulating Noah Bird. This grad helped with multiple QMS productions, making props and doing makeup and hair. According to reliable sources, she spends many mornings in the fishbowl. Although this is not as much a source of pride as getting her black belt in judo. She's pleased with her academic progression over the past 4 years and admires how connected the grad class is. One day, she dreams of becoming a successful architect. Next year, she's studying a Bachelor of Design in City Innovation at the University of Calgary. Please join me in congratulating Elsa Bollinger. This grad has contributed well to the Student Council this year. His knowledge of hardware and software has helped solve problems and save time. He's enjoyed the thrill of sneaking off campus for lunch and will treasure the memory of going to the film festival in New York. Reflecting on the grad class, he, like so many, are ready to move on to the next step, which for him will be a gap year. Next year, he will be earning some money, having some fun, and exploring opportunities through travel. Please join me in congratulating Jacob Butner-Danelieu. Head Prefect, former President of the Student Council, a Model UN co-lead, an actor in school theatre productions, a member of the Poetry Club, Filmmaking Club, an Ethics Bowl team, and winner of a national poetry and voice competition. This grad has fond memories of the Montreal Mun trip and scootering through the streets of Rome on the Europe trip. Many will recall her performance as Black Stash in Peter and the Starcatcher. She believes that nobody's a stranger in this grad class and admires how they all feel comfortable with each other. Next year, she will be studying in the Social Studies Department on a full-ride scholarship at the University of Toronto. Please join me in congratulating Maya Cassie. Just trying my best not to photobomb. Keep getting in the way. Those familiar with the Equestrian Centre know that this grad has spent countless hours in the paddocks and with the horses, gaining valuable experiences. She hopes to become a registered nurse after completing the LPN diploma program. One of her highlights from QMS has been forging a strong friendship with Liberty. Next year, she'll be studying licensed practical nursing at Vancouver Island University. Please join me in congratulating Sienna Sharania. This grad has been widely involved across many programs such as competitive sports teams, theatre, dance, stigma-free club, and in the visual arts. Her leadership portfolio spans student council, drama captain, and the prefect council. She loved playing Molly and Miss Scarlet, and in grade 10, 11 theatre productions. And this year's Outdoor Ed was a blast. These past 2 years have been very challenging for her, and she's proud of her perseverance and continuing to maintain her grades whilst also being heavily involved in athletics, arts, and academics. She admires the spontaneous nature of this grad class. Her dream would be to continue to pursue her love of dance and psychology. Next year, she will be taking a gap year, continuing her competitive dance training. Following that, she'll be taking a double major in psychology and dance at the University of Calgary. Please join me in congratulating Jade Chen. This grad has been at QMS for 5 years. She had the opportunity to spend 3 summers in Canada to further appreciate island living and to develop her English. Jiahui is a talented artist who submitted a superior AP art portfolio. She will miss both Ching and her peers while studying mathematics at the University of Toronto in the fall. In her absence, please join us in congratulating Jiahui Chen. Jiayi Chen has been a student at QMS for 5 years and was born in China. She worked tremendously hard to improve her English while at school. Jiayi is an artist as well as and has had her work featured in various art shows in the Cowichan Valley. She enjoyed her conversations with Miss T in student support. We wish her all the very best next year at the University of Toronto. In her absence, please join me in congratulating Jiayi Chen. This grad has been a student at QMS since grade 4 and is from the Cowichan Valley. He has fond memories of chats in the library with Kieran and Lexa, as well as time hanging out with Ollie. I'm certain he'll be missed by Ms. Hanson next year when she has her first band class. He's an enthusiastic historian and plans to study history in university after a gap year. Please join me in congratulating Jubal Chung. This grad helped as an assistant coach for basketball, a math tutor in the afternoons, and was deputy head of house in Denny. He's fond memories of working out with his friends and was delighted by his 97% average for his grade 12 year. He thinks everyone is very friendly in this grad class. In his future, he aspires to become healthy and rich. Simple. Next year, he'll be studying commerce at the University of Toronto. In his absence, please join me in congratulating Jimmy Chu. This grad was a member of the Prefect Council, a stigma-free club member, the Eco Club co-captain, and a GSA member. Her commitment to academic support as a tutor in the realms of ESL and STEM has been admirable and much needed. With fond memories of the AP Bio field trip to Bamfield, she encountered great learning experiences that inspired her to consider marine biology as a potential area of study. She loves that she gets to graduate with friends she made in preschool and hopes one day to have a career in the biological sciences doing research in the field or lab. She's been accepted to UVic into the Faculty of Science, but will defer her offer and take a gap year to work full-time. Please join me in congratulating Hannah Cohen. This grad leaves behind a very successful Model UN legacy. Furthermore, his contributions to the string orchestra and to musical performances have been nothing short of exceptional, as we were privy to earlier in this ceremony. He has also taken on elevated responsibility through his role as a Prefect Council member. He has fond memories of visiting New York with the Model UN team and has really enjoyed helping build this club to what it is today. Next year, he will be studying a Bachelor of Global and International Studies at Carleton University, specializing in Europe and Russia in the world. Please join me in congratulating Kieran Denny. This grad's baking skills have been responsible for various taste explosions in Rowan Tree Hall this year. Her bake sale initiative for fundraising was highly successful, so it later morphed into a capstone project. The sales from this year's produce have been put towards the graduation banquet that we're all going to enjoy tomorrow night. She's been involved in the yearbook club over the years and has enjoyed the various classes she's experienced. Next year, she'll be studying commerce at UVic. Please join me in congratulating Olivia Ephraimson. This grad has worked very hard over the past 2 years and in her free time has engaged in karate off campus. Prior to that, in grade 10, she was on the QMS volleyball team. Her fondest memory is of the outdoor ed program. Last year, she particularly enjoyed the portage trip. A proud Duke of Edinburgh Award winner, she is really grateful to all the chill people this grad class served up. A dream of hers is to try drifting, and I'm assuming that is of the Tokyo variety. Next year, she plans to travel during her gap year, visiting South Korea, Thailand, China, Japan, drifting through, I imagine, Italy, and Austria. Please join me in congratulating this soon-to-be well-traveled grad, Nora Eisinger. With a relentless practice routine for scoring goals in the soccer goal pitch after supper, this grad was the season's most improved player on the QMS soccer team. She also happens to be the inspiring leader of Gagan House, cherishing the way the boarding experience has truly pushed her to become the very best version of herself. Her daily smile and positive energy are testament to that. And while she doesn't feel she's connected with all the grads, she does love that she's fortunate enough to be in the same grad class as Lucy. She really values the way Mr. Wang wanted her to realize that math isn't impossible. And next year, she's heading to Concordia University to study in the psychology program. Please join me in congratulating Victoria Fajes Monter. This grad holds fond memories of going to the Aviation Museum in his grade 11 history class and of the outdoor ed education trips this year. He was particularly proud of the time and effort he put into his capstone project. Returning to QMS after a few years elsewhere, he's grateful that there's a strong sense of community and friendship between people in this grad class, and that they're almost like one big family. He has aspirations of getting a PhD and going into a job related to history, such as an archivist or museum curator. Next year, he will be attending UBC to study history. Please join me in congratulating Oliver Gibbs. This artistic grad is a former president of the Student Council and was a Mike's House captain last year. One of her QMS highlights was the Europe trip, going to France and Italy. She's proud of receiving the Helping Hand Award in 2021 and also the QMS S-Cricket Award for Initiative. She has a deep passion and love for the visual arts, which is plain to those who have seen her work. She likes the fact that people in their grad class are strong individuals who know who they are, and she believes that QMS has helped them all learn more about themselves. Next year, she will study industrial design at the Ontario College of Art and Design. Please join me in congratulating Naomi Goddard. This grad assisted the Stigma Free Club in grade 10, and some of her most memorable moments from QMS would be on outdoor ed. Very pleased to have got through her classes and passed all of them, she treasures the variety of people and the diversity in this grad class. In the future, she hopes to be able to financially support herself for the lifestyle she would like to enjoy. Next year, she will attend MC College. This is a school that serves courses that will one day set her up to go into fashion marketing. Please join me in congratulating Nadia Himmelstein. This grad has been a strong feature of our music programs, being a band captain in 2020 to 2021, the school music captain and head chorister from 2021 to 2024. She just participated in our junior and senior theatre production and has also graced the volleyball and badminton courts for QMS. In her younger grades, she fed geese with chocolate chip cookies, ants with cookie crumbs, and mosquitoes with her own blood. She's very proud of developing her critical thinking skills, and we all appreciate her subtle, humorous touch. She's hugely proud of her courage through her solo performances, including piano in the chapel and singing at spring recitals, and performing monologues at the Poetry Cafe. The final candidates for next year are a Bachelor of Science at McMaster, or Math or Stats at UBC Science, or a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics at Hong Kong University. Great options. Please join me in congratulating Ashley Hong. This grad has been a junior captain in Gagan and was a member of the badminton team. She's not the only one to have a fond memory of this, but she adores Sarab's butter chicken. She's delighted that she's made it through getting into university and graduating from QMS. Next year, she will be off to the University of Toronto, St. George's, to study kinesiology. In her absence, please join me in congratulating Amber Kang. This grad has worked hard across the sporting arenas of soccer, rugby, volleyball, basketball, and track, and has been involved in the library as a library captain. and has held leadership roles of house captain, streaming captain, art captain, and a prefect council member. They've also been heavily involved in theatre productions and performed well on the fun days, launching water balloons at DBR, Mizamara Armstrong, and me. They like the fact that we're a diverse group of individuals at QMS. Next year, they'll be immersed in the Faculty of Social Sciences at UVic. Please join me in congratulating Lara, or as we know them, Gray Carnigan. This grad has fond memories of their time at QMS, watching the Northern Lights with her Geoghegan House peers. It was her first year at the school, and she appreciated how friendly people were. She has contributed to the French for Delft Club and has tutored for the lower grades. One day, she hopes to become an airline pilot, the first step of which will be studying commercial aviation management at Western University. In her absence, please join me in congratulating Naray Kim. This grad has taken herself beyond their comfort zone, playing a variety of sports, some of which she had no experience with, or perhaps was not particularly good at. By doing so, she made some great friends and gained a lot of confidence in seeing the improvement that she made through these experiences. A moment she remembers fondly was singing in public for the first time during the Pride Day karaoke. An element of QMS she treasures is that people genuinely know or recognize each other, even if you don't hang out regularly. A keen artist, she's contributed across many areas of the school, including to the Stigma Free Club, and as a CIFA art captain, and to a few art shows. Next year, she will attend UVic, doing an undergraduate degree in visual arts in the Faculty of Fine Arts. Please join me in congratulating Madison Claassen. This grad is well equipped with a sharp wit and an open mind. He has scaled walls as part of the rock climbing club and raced down hills in the mountain bike team. He will miss the bike club after school on Fridays and was proud to get on the honor roll. Because the grad class is relatively small, most people know each other. He's hoping to have a career in business that allows him to travel and broaden his mind. After a gap year, he will attend UVic in the Business and Commerce program. Please join me in congratulating Yuri Klobuchar. This grad has played on the soccer team and has been involved in the mountain biking and climbing clubs. His memorable moments include Outdoor Ed this year when they did the Juan de Fuca hike from China Beach to Sombrio over 4 days. Proud of his academic improvement and the friends he's made when he's moved here, he loves how connected everyone is, almost like a family. His dream is to finish software engineering at UVic, live on a beach, and have a peaceful life. Heavenly. Next year, he'll be studying engineering at the University of Victoria. Please join me in congratulating Aaron Lalonde. This grad was deputy head of Geoghegan House, an eco-science captain, and was a member of the student council in grade 11. Her most memorable moments were the value-added events where our community collectively did something, whether it was a hike or a get-outside afternoon or dressing up as Santa Claus for the Jingle Jog. She's most proud of her influence and change in the boarding culture, whether it was mentally or for the community. She was glad to have been able to pass on some of the growth and impacts that the seniors had on her. She discovered that leadership was much more than just a position. Next year, she will be studying in the Sorda Program's Bachelor of Commerce at UBC. Please join me in congratulating Sophia Le. This grad can be heard from outside Founders Hall while she's still in it, as evidenced by one of her most memorable moments at QMS, which was scooping every Spirit Awards in the teams she played for this year. She particularly loved playing with the girls in the senior basketball team. A treasured memory was winning one match at the Philosophy Ethics Bowl tournament at VIU. She values the community here at QMS and will be sorry to leave it, albeit for the proposition of playing youth sports on an ice hockey scholarship for the Queen's University Gales. She'll be studying for a Bachelor of Arts in Health Studies. Please join me in congratulating Bronwyn Lee. Embracing opportunities to try new things, this grad joined the soccer team and had a fantastic experience. Upon reflection, she recognizes that there were good times along the journey, and while she doesn't know all of the grad class, she really thinks that it's a lovely collection of good people. Her aspirations are twofold: to travel and to get a degree. Next year, she will study at the University of Toronto, St. George's campus, in the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, but she has not made a final decision yet. Please join me in congratulating Alice Lim. This grad captained the badminton team and was also captain of the ping pong club. She has loved meeting new friends and getting to know them here at QMS. With happy memories, graduating is her primary purpose at this stage, which is both convenient and timely, given what the next 60 seconds holds. She appreciated just how friendly and welcoming everyone is in this grad class. One day, she aspires to own a house designed by herself. Next year, she will be attending Western University and studying engineering. Please join me in congratulating Liana Liu. This grad was a core member of the badminton team and could be seen on many an evening thrashing the birdie around Founders Hall. She loved living with her friends and having a lot of fun in boarding. At the end of a hard year, she's pleased to have finished all those tough courses. And when asked about what she loved about the grad class, her response was, everything. In her future lies something related to commerce or business, but she isn't sure yet. Next year, she will be studying at the prestigious Sorda School for Business at UBC. Please join me in congratulating Linda Liu. This grad has been a yearbook captain and a media captain. He has fond memories of nearly dying in 4 out of 4 of his outdoor ed experiences. And this narrator questions the degree of hyperbole employed in that statement. He treasures that he finally got good at math. Thank you, Mr. Wang. He's looking forward to getting a decent job after graduating university, which will be from the University of Toronto, where he will study chemical engineering. Please join me in congratulating Jay Liu. This grad built a red biplane in grade 9 and gifted it to me. It landed proudly in my office and will remind me of her kind nature. She looks back fondly on meeting her best friends and has particularly enjoyed the pottery program with Mr. Parent. She knows that it's time for her to leave and is looking forward to continuing the strong friendships she's made at QMS. She hopes one day to travel the world and to spend some time living in the jungle. I'm not sure if that's a literal or if it's a euphemism. Next year, she looks forward to a gap year, traveling around Europe and taking a road trip to Panama. Please join me in congratulating Liberty McDonald. This grad was a Prefect Council member and has been committed to numerous programs, including the Stigma-Free Club, the choir, and from grades 4 to 10, she was part of the equestrian program. One of her numerous memorable moments was when Mr. Smith told her he had lost her group's timeline, documenting the history of the Earth after hours of working on it. She kind of forgave Mr. Smith, although he still walks with a bit of a limp. She's grateful for the opportunity to have grown alongside so many familiar faces and to know that she wasn't braving the uncharted waters of the junior and senior school alone. She hopes to pursue a career in medicine after completing medical school. Come this fall, she will be attending the University of British Columbia and will be a student of their Faculty of Science. She hopes to add a few music courses to her timetable. Please join me in congratulating Shaylee Martin. The head of Denny House, this grad has made excellent use of his time at QMS, especially when it comes to moving the weights around in the new strength and conditioning area. He's valued so many activities that he's shared with friends and takes pride in the strong grades he's achieved, looking forward to becoming a pharmacist one day. To that end, next year, he will be traveling to the UK to study pharmacy at King's College London. Please join me in congratulating Sun Yun Min. Set beneath a nest of flowing locks, this grad has been seen tearing around the soccer fields, scooting across the basketball courts and mixing it up with a bit of rugby, badminton, track and field, and cross country. His fondest memory includes the soccer provincials with his beloved team. He's proud of gaining honour roll and of many sporting achievements and really values the diverse group of people here at Queen Margaret's. Next year, he will study in the UVic Humanities Department. Please join me in congratulating Isaac Morgan. A member of the Stigma-Free Club, a sports captain, and a Prefect Council member, this grad has competed in almost every competitive sport we offer at QMS. Her highlights include the Strathcona Grade 11 portage trip and the more recent rugby tour to the UK. Her special memories are being a rugby captain, competing at the Islands, and making the honour roll. She values the community here at QMS and will miss that next year. One day she dreams of becoming a travelling physiotherapist where she can make enough money to buy a house in support of a family, playing high-level rugby, hopefully Premiership or National Tier. Next year, she will be studying kinesiology at the University of Calgary. Please join me in congratulating Maggie Mycroft. This grad is a keen rackets man, playing on the badminton and the tennis team. He thinks this has been his best year at QMS, and despite working hard academically, he's taken great joy at fleeing the boarding house at the end of prep, armed with his badminton or tennis racket. Next year, he will attend McGill University and study in the De Soto's Faculty of Management. Please join me in congratulating, in his absence, Rickle Ning. This grad has been a sports captain for 2 years, a house captain, a sports team captain, and is our deputy head prefect. One of his most memorable moments was when Mr. Emile sang the full version of Itsy Bitsy Spider to all the boys in our cabin at Strathcona Park, serenading them with his dulcet tones as they drifted off to sleep, feeling like young whippersnappers again. His proudest accomplishment over the years is in the gradual improvement of his study habits and grades, starting as a low B or C student in grades 4 and 5, and now achieving a 95% average in his top 4 academic classes in grade 12. He treasures how close this community is, and his dream is to own several physiotherapy businesses one day. Next year, he will study at the University of Calgary in the Faculty of Kinesiology. Please join me in congratulating Ethan Picard. This grad was a Prefect Council member this year and a drama captain last year, making strong contributions to our theatre programme throughout her time at QMS. She was also a Student Council member last year and a GSA captain prior to that. She has fond memories of becoming mortal enemies with Hannah in grade 5, only to suddenly become besties to this day. She's proud of making it through 13 years at QMS, surviving grade 7 and 8 for various reasons. She hopes to be able to work and have a career that she enjoys without worrying if she's making enough money to support herself. Essentially, being able to do theatre and not be a starving artist. Next year, she will study for the theatre diploma at Vancouver Island University. Please join me in congratulating Lexa Perchette. This grad is almost always vociferous, whether captaining the volleyball or soccer team or dashing around the basketball court. She loves spending time with her friends and is really proud of achieving honours with distinction this year and various sports achievements over the past few years. She values how close the grad group is together, and her relationships will be strong with them for many years to come. Next year, she will be studying at the University of Victoria in the Faculty of Humanities. Please join me in congratulating Annelies Rasmussen. This grad has been a member of the Model UN, the band, the theatre productions, boys soccer, and student council. He has fond memories of Mr. Wang's calculus class and the soccer provincials. His performance as Wadsworth in Clue was nothing short of outstanding, and he's contributed greatly to the Model UN conferences and has also revelled in his spare blocks. He echoes the sentiments that this grad class has got to know one another, and he's looking forward to finishing his undergrad and going to law school. Next year, he will begin at UVic, where he is studying for a Bachelor of Commerce. Please join me in congratulating Caden Ritter. This grad has been part of the QMS wrestling and rugby teams. She thoroughly enjoyed being with her best friend Emma at wrestling tournaments and attending the BC Championships with the school wrestling team. She would describe this grad class as pretty cool and funny. She has aspirations to become a cop, then a detective, and to continue wrestling. Next year, she will be studying criminology at Trent University. Please join me in congratulating Lauren Roberts. This grad has been a part of the fitness club, the rugby program, and been a house captain. He truly values all the laughs he's shared with his friends and is proud of consistently making honours with distinction roll. This year, he's never been closer with his friends, and that has been a great source of comfort. One day, he will become rich and retire early, savouring the success along the way. Sounds like a plan to me. Next year, he's going to study psychology in the Faculty of Sciences at the University of Calgary. Please join me in congratulating Ember Shelley. This grad participated in the soccer teams from grade 10 to grade 12, was a house captain this year. She's loved growing her friendship group here at QMS, but more than that, it is being able to achieve goals and placing higher than the boys' soccer team at provincials. And that will stand out in her memory, not competitive at all. And getting her acceptance letters, of course, from top universities. She hopes one day to settle down in Spain and has appreciated how welcoming her classmates are. Next year, she will study urban forestry at the University of British Columbia. Please join me in congratulating Lucy Steeves. This student has been an art captain and has worked as part of the Stigma-Free Club and the Art Club. She's gained honours with distinction and holds a deep gratitude for the community here at the school. One of her highlights this year was the PNY field trip, an outdoor afternoon. In her future, she hopes to be happy with a family, making a livable wage and settling into a lovely house. She hopes to be studying at UVic next year in the Humanities Department, although her degree is as yet undeclared. Please join me in congratulating Ava Strang. Despite his quiet demeanour, this grad has a sharp and witty sense of humour. He really valued the first day of school at QMS and has made some friends in Denny House this year, but he is looking forward to graduating. I believe there might be a sprinkling of sarcasm in his next comment, but one of his future aspirations is to avoid starvation. He will be introduced to craft dinner at uni, so that should sort it. Next year, he'll be studying in the Faculty of Art at the University of Toronto. Please join me in congratulating Byron Tam. Watch out for the wasp. This grad was a member of the Stigma-Free Club in grade 11 and in the first term of grade 12. She was also a member of the Cowichan Youth Festival of Arts team. She will treasure her chats with Mrs. Chapman in the library and the Get Outside afternoons, exploring with Ava and Liberty. She's proud of her honours with distinction in grade 11 and her capstone project that's all about a mentorship program at dance. She loves that all members of this grad class know who each other are and are close. Her dream is to continue with dance in Vancouver and hopefully get signed into a big dance company. Next year, she is going to be at the Harbour Dance Intensive Training Program in Vancouver. Please join me in congratulating Gillian Telfer. This grad has been involved in rugby, Model UN, and strength and conditioning. He treasures his performance with Paul, which I believe was a karaoke incident where volume and passion seemed to be the musical priorities. He's delighted to be passing his academics, and when reflecting, he's grateful this grad class is such a diverse group. When considering his future dreams, he shares Drake's love of lyrics, imagining that he wants to be like Tom Ford, wearing Tuscan leather, smelling like a brick, rich enough that I don't have to tell him that I'm rich. Next year, he will be studying a BA in economics at the University of Victoria. Please join me in congratulating Vincent von Ruckman. A member of the QMS badminton team, this grad is the deputy head of house in Gagan. She still values the fond memories of the first day of this school year when she greeted the new students at the school gates. She enjoyed feeling that sense of responsibility and belonging. She is pleased with her academic performance and has been accepted by a dream university. Different classes have brought variety to her experience, and she feels she's learnt a lot this year. Next year, she will study international economics at the University of British Columbia. Please join me in congratulating Aaliyah Wang. This next grad was engaged in after-school opportunities on Salt Spring Island and holds a passion for sports cars. He will fondly remember chatting with his friends and annoying Mr. Faber in the friendly middle child sense of the expression. He's looking forward to graduating and appreciates that his grad class tends to keep the drama in the theatre. He harbours future aspirations of going into investment banking. Next year, he'll be studying at York University in the BA program. Please join me in congratulating Ronan Wardropper. This grad has been involved in the golf and film production programs. He has fond memories of his pre-calc 12 course and the PNY field trip. He's particularly proud of getting a 94% academic average in his grade 12 year, and his aspirations are to one day make more money than his parents. Next year, he will be attending the University of Toronto, where he'll explore studies in mathematical and physical sciences at the Faculty of Arts and Science, with membership to New College. Please join me in congratulating Ethan Zhang. Thank you to all the grads for submitting your reflections and giving me some information to try and wordcraft into those speeches for you. And I guess a reminder to any of the grade 11s who might be here today, whatever you put in there is fair game. Thank you to Ms. Amara Armstrong for your assistance, and to DBR as well for his marathon of award ceremonies that he's completed this week. What an excellent culmination today, though. I used to write a story. Quick chat, back in a second.
Sorry about that.
It's just soccer scores, you know. Joking. So I used to write a story involving all the grads, just featuring the characters. But as you know, we now have too many to wrap it, tie into a story. So there's no chance that we have time for that. So instead, I thought I would whip together a sonnet for the grad class. Before I deliver it and pass over to the head of school for the closing words, I'd like to thank Heather Bartfay, our head of alumni relations, for putting together a grad package for you, which you can pick up from the table over by the fountain. It has something in it which might come in handy later, and no, it's not a Cuban cigar. A sonnet for the grad class of 2024. Your footprints on our paths lengthened with years, your friendships with others strengthened in bond. Your who am I today, sharper like spears. Your who for tomorrow, hold tight your wand. Your voices fade here, cloud wisps in the wind. Your bodies leave hollows, spectres in time. Your 8:15 FA, now you rescind. You're heading afield now, enjoy the climb. We're waving farewell, we'd welcome you back. Tunnels, storms, flat roads, share your twist and turn. For the strength of the wolf lies in the pack when distance from friends becomes a concern. Well done to you all. Be sure not to slack. Courage and service within your heart burns. Thank you.
So graduates, you did not get a chance to join with the rest of us because of Mr. Robertson's mistake. You didn't get a chance to join with the rest of us. I think you had already gone when I was thanking Mr. Monroe for just all the effort and the passion that he puts into trying to do these things properly, not to mention what he does the rest of the year. So can we take a minute to do that again, please? Thank you. So you have one last instruction to follow from me, and then you can ignore me completely if I ever tell you to do something in the rest of your life. But this last instruction is important, particularly for your parents, because what they want now is this lovely photo moment that's going to happen over here by that nice blossoming tree, the dogwood, I think. And if you gather over there, and then listen for my countdown, which will be 3, 2, 1, when you throw your caps in there. It's a great photo moment for posterity, and that's important right now. After that, we'll head over there for a refreshment, and next to that fountain thing. Okay, so grads, you head over there. Parents, you head over for the photo and listen for the instructions. Oh, by the blossom tree. Over further, further. And you might need a hand here. I think they're okay.
You're going to do a countdown. So the 3, 2,
Yeah,
you're going to do a countdown.
yeah. So grads, are you ready? I'm going to count down in a second. I'm just waiting for one more. Hang on. Jay, get over there. Never mind the food. Get over there. It's going to be, I'll do 3, 2, 1, so ready? Okay, I'm holding. Parents are all ready? Think we've got them all? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Well done, thank you.